Hey guys, Patrick from Fractal Effects Productions here. Just wanted to let you know one of the little jerry rigs I've been working on. So yeah, I'm working on this production coming up for sometime in, well, it'll to be released in November, Remembrance Day video. And for that video, I needed a jib shot. So I got a one of those wonderful jibs from ProAim. It's an 8-footer, and rigged it up. I ended up getting this special mount from BH Photo so that I could easily get it, the camera on and off from my ring onto the jib. So it kind of saves me a bit of time moving the gear from one to the other. But I was really struggling with the weight of. I've got it mounted with the Crane 3S, and that's the Pocket 6K Pro plus the 1835 Sigma. So it's got a fair amount of weight, and I was loading up the jib with a bunch of barbell weights and just didn't kind of get it. So I jerry-rigged this thing, and it actually works quite well. So let me show you what it is. So here's the rig, and as you can see, nobody's manning it. It's perfectly balanced. And so what I meant earlier is that you can see here, I've got this this little quick mount here that I got from BH Photo. That's actually the same one that you can get for the ring, so that if you are having a vest and you want to kind of vest and stabilizer, and you want to kind of mount it from one to the other very quickly. It's a pretty quick, fast and quick and easy way to mount the camera from one to the other. But yeah, I was completely struggling with the weights that are supposed to go on here. And what I ended up doing is I came up with this little contraption. So all it is, this is actually just it's an protein, basically a protein box. And I just filled it with concrete, put a nice little ring in it, and carabinered and bolted it right onto the jib. Now it took a bit of back and forth to know exactly the amount of weight, and also where to mount it on the jib so that it would just balance us right. And you can see right now I can just touch it, and it'll basically hold, so which really makes the operation of the jib super smooth. I mean, keep in mind right now I don't have the gimbal on, so it's just static and it's locked, but you can see how smooth those shots are. So yeah, I just thought it's a neat little trick. Instead of, if you're struggling and you're trying to pile on all these barbells onto the end of your jib, well, all you need is a drill and a nice solid bolt with an eye and carabiner. Yeah, filled it with concrete, bunch of weight in here, and it works like a charm. Now I do recommend a bit of white grease here and here, just so that you've got everything nicely lubed, and because I remember any slight friction could potentially transfer to the jib arm and go all the way to the end to transfer to the gimbal, and the camera, or if you don't have a gimbal, it's just mounted on the camera. But even with a gimbal, gimbals are great for stability, but if it's really micro jitters, I'm not always so sure that the gimbal is going to be able to counteract that. So let alone if you've got any sound on mic set up on your camera that you wanted. Not that I would recommend that, but if you wanted to, yeah, you wouldn't get any sense of friction potentially starting to travel through the arms. So yeah, this is all it takes, is a bit of creativity. I'm pretty happy with the result. It works great, and it's certainly going to make it a lot easier to have really smooth shots. Because remember, the balancing of the jib is not just that it's your effort, is also the weight, and a good amount of weight on that jib will make those shots really nice and smooth. You're going to reduce the wobble, even though it's on a gimbal. The smoother we can go, the better. So here you go. All right, have a great afternoon. Bye.